Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test.
All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast. Manny Coelho here, taking over the introduction for Dan Dissinger over in LA. My friend Dan Dissinger, how are you feeling? We're on a double header. We're gonna get crazy here.
Yeah.
Get crazy.
We just finished. I'm feeling good. We just finished recording an episode, and we're jumping into another episode. I'm good. I'm feeling
excited.
Good. Yeah.
Watching videos after videos after videos after videos.
Yeah, another one that's not a movie podcast episode. This is good. We're like moving away from the movies for a little bit and digging into some really like weird, interesting stuff now.
Yeah, I think this came from a suggestion from somebody. So guys, keep suggesting the things you want us to test from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Yeah, go to our website.
Podcast.
Absolutely, definitely. So you go to our website, thenostalgiatest.com. And on the right side of the website, you'll see on the sidebar, suggest a test. Click there and put, a suggestion for a test. Then also join our mailing list so you can get an alert when the episode you suggested comes up. You want to know when that's there? Tell everyone you know that this is my idea and let us, and join the mailing list so you know when new episodes come out every Tuesday. Yeah.
Join the mailing list. You got mail.
Tuesday. You've got mail.
You got mail.
Great movie. We're going to do that one soon, probably.
All right. So
no, we're not.
We're jumping right in. This is the episode where we are testing childhood toy commercials.
Yes.
And also talking about the toys as well, if we had them. But it's kind of about, I guess it's two tests, right? It's the test of the commercials and the toys, right?
Yeah, I think because
we're not going to go buy these toys right now.
No, we're not going to buy these toys. And I felt like we felt like the best way to do it is to kind of like look at the commercials from these toys. And we're going to be doing it just like with the chips episode, just like with the candy episode. We're doing on the spot, watch the commercial reactions. And it's going to be
analyzations and reactions to the commercials of our childhood.
Oh my God, there's some of these I remember so much about these toys. And
there's gonna be a couple things because I can't wait to hear whether or not you had these toys. And if you actually recall using them. So, first one. All right, we're having trouble figuring out the pronunciation to this. I think it's Pago Bal instead of a Pago stick, right?
Yeah, I think it's like Pogo Bal.
Pogo Bal.
And if no one knows,
Pogo, it's Pogo. What am I saying? Pago.
Yeah, I don't know what is a Pago.
Who has a Pago stick? What's a Pago?
Hey, jump on the Pago stick.
Hey, you got your Pago stick?
Yeah, I got your Pago stick.
It sounds like something your dad makes you go do when you like get in trouble. Go get the Pago stick.
Oh my God, dude! When we put this on the list, the first thing I thought of was just like my cousin. He had this. Like I forget which one of my cousins had this, but one of them I believe had a Pogo Bal. Damn it! See, now I'm saying had a Pogo Bal, and it was a baffling toy. If no one knows what it is, it's a ball that's like split in half, and then there's a platform around it. Like it looks like the planet Saturn, and you stand on it, and you grip it with your feet. And then you jump on it. So yeah, it's a jumping toy.
Yeah, it's I had it. I was a spoiled child as a kid. Let's watch the commercial because I'll talk about how this is played out afterwards. I'll talk about it. Looked like a dodgeball got squished into this disc. That's what it looked like. Yeah, look, you took your dodgeball and they tried to like slam this thing in there, and now the dodgeball kind of looks like an 8. You're not really sure. It almost looks like it's about to break.
Yeah.
So weird. I did watch the commercial, and it is out of your mind insane.
Yeah.
What they're suggesting you do with this Pogo Bal.
Yeah, and we're watching the commercial from 1987. So, and we'll leave links to all the commercials in the show on the show notes as well.
1987. Here we go.
So here we go.
All right. All right. First of all,
Okay. Okay.
right
Right
off the
away.
bat, this is amazing. Okay. They start off with a band that's dressed like 80s, 90s attire. There's a piano guitar, there's a guitarist, there's a singer, and they're
But this
dancing.
waitress, we need to like the
Where's
waitress.
this waitress? Oh, I'm just talking about in the beginning right now. You've already gone all the way through
Oh,
to the waitress.
okay.
I just paused it for a second. I'm
Okay, you got to tell me when you pause it.
I'm sorry. First
Okay,
of
I'm
all,
pausing it in the band. Okay.
the band. Let's look at this band. Pogo Ball. Here we go. We're gonna play in a band, and we're on the Pogo Ball. Who in their right mind is playing in a band on this Pogo Ball?
It looks
Okay,
dangerous right away.
right away, and it was dangerous.
But
Then
that's the thing, like, who was able to even do this as a kid?
no
That was
one.
the thing. When I got
I
on this thing, I couldn't even bounce on it.
this being on the Pogo Ball was like the first time you tried to get on a hoverboard.
Oh God.
Okay, especially
Yeah.
as an adult. Okay, the Pogo Ball was impossible to use. After 3 or 4 hits of this polo, the greatest thing about this commercial, if we're going all the way through, dude,
Yeah.
there's a part where they're jazzercising and
Yeah.
then they're dancing on the club. This guy's playing basketball. There's a waitress. Why isn't
That's
the ice cream falling all over the place? How stupid is that? There's a waitress with ice cream on a tray jumping on a polo ball.
but it imagines a world where everyone is on one of these things. Like the guy playing basketball, he bounces on the pogo ball and then he bounces on it so hard that he can slam dunk the ball. There's no way. You can't bounce that high on the pogo ball.
No, you
Okay,
didn't
that
really
woman's
go that
drinks would
high.
go all over the place.
You didn't really go that high. First of all, the jingle's hilarious.
Okay,
Pogo ball, everybody wants a pogo ball. Everybody's bopping everywhere. Pogo ball is what they call it.
dude,
Rocking
wait a
and a
second.
rolling in the air.
There's a scene in this commercial, 21 seconds into the 30-second commercial. A kid, it looks like I guess they're brother and sister. They're both on pogo balls. And what the girl is holding an ice cream cone and the kid's trying to eat it. So she's holding the ice cream cone out as they're both bouncing on this thing and she's trying to feed the ice cream to him. Oh my
Yes.
god, dude. Did you That's ridiculous.
What about the kick flip? You see the part when all the friends are together and the guy kick flips it back to them?
I'm getting okay, yeah, yeah. Wow.
First of all, they're dancing. They're at a club.
Whoa.
They're at a club with it.
Oh my
Like,
god.
we live in a world of a pogo ball. Like, were they really suggesting that like everybody had a pogo ball
They were
and that's how
suggesting
you
that
get along? I'm
everyone in
telling you,
the
this
world.
was like their dream of like the hoverboard. Like, this
Yeah,
is how we're gonna go around.
yeah. Yeah, not only that, this looks like a dystopic world that everyone has to, and it's like because they're sitting down with the pogo ball between their feet, and it's like they can't get rid of it. It's like, oh, whenever I'm moving, I have to be on the pogo ball, or like if I'm not on the pogo ball, I'm gonna be what? Put in jail for not using the pogo. Everyone is using a pogo ball in this. The people dancing, the waitress who looks manic. I mean, that waitress. Can you imagine being that actor that day, being like, all right, so here's your thing. You're gonna get on this pogo ball, and then you're gonna carry this tray, and you're gonna pogo ball your way through the tables. And
Yes.
I'd be like, first of all, what's a pogo ball?
First of all, this waitress is carrying nothing. The ice cream is glued to the tray. Okay.
I
And can
know.
we just talk about the jazzercise that's going on? There's only white people dancing in this.
Yeah, this is a
Only
racist
person
commercial.
of color is dunking a basketball.
Yeah, yeah, and they're saying that in order for this basketball player to dunk a ball, he needs a pogo ball. Get the fuck out of
Dude, it
here.
is. They're dressed in Miami Vice clothes in the club. Like, they're
Oh,
suggesting that you're now of age. Back then, it was probably 18 to drink, and you decided to go to a club
19.
and dance with
And
a
you brought
pogo
your
ball.
pogo ball. This
The
thing is
last
a
shot
dangerous
is a
weapon.
guy doing what you would consider like doing with a snowboard when you're like one hand in the air, one hand grabbing the snowboard.
Yeah.
But he's grabbing a pogo ball. And I will tell you, I had a fucking pogo ball. And I
tail grab.
was not having a fucking great time or ball of a time with the fucking pogo ball the music suggests that you have. Nope.
Yeah.
No fun on the pogo ball.
No.
And what is this? This commercial worked?
Well, I didn't know many people with a pogo ball, so probably not. And the thing is, it looks like a not.
I guarantee you, if you look up stats on it, they sold a lot.
How? It's not fun.
Dan, what are you talking about? Pogo ball is what they call it. You're rocking and rolling in the air. So get on a pogo and get on the ball. It's the thing to do. Pogo is the only
they
way
are making
to
new
have
ones.
a ball. Yes, I know. They have
Fly bar pogo trick board. What? The extreme pogo ball. Dude, there's videos of people doing extreme pogo ball. So wait, okay, they're calling it the Lolo ball now. So, okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
A Lolo ball, also known as a Pogo ball, spring ball, Lolo ball, disc O, Pogo ball, or Pogo It, is a toy. It consists of a seamless figure-8 rubber ball locked into a structurally supported sturdy plastic platform. To play with it, one stands on the plastic platform, balancing one's weight on the bottom portion of the rubber ball and jumps or hops around in the same manner as one would use a pogo stick. Invented by two Belgian men, Van der Kleelen and Ribbons, in 1969. The pogo ball became a fad in the mid-1980s when Hasbro mass-produced it. Hasbro produced the toy until the early 90s, and similar products have been made by other manufacturers. One of the current examples of the modern Lolo ball are Little Tykes Pogo It, released in 2017. I don't see any.
You say they released it in 2017?
Yeah, a new version. Little Tykes Pogo It. It has 2 game modes and a more colorful look, complete with LED lights.
No.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's competing against the hoverboard.
I'm gonna tell you right now that this toy was not good.
No, it's terrible.
I hate this toy. I didn't like it then. I look at it now and I'm like, this commercial's garbage, and it scares me. It's actually shot like a dystopic like sci-fi film, because like everyone, like I said, is like, it looks like they're sewed to the pogo ball, and like the pogo ball is now part of their bodies. And that shot of the brother and sister with the ice cream cone is problematic. That girl is holding an ice cream cone out. The kid's got his tongue out, and she's like hitting him in the face with the ice cream cone because they're both bouncing on the pogo ball.
Just get off the fucking ball.
Get off the ball and eat the ice cream. Why would you shoot that shot? Like, all right, in this scene, I want you to stand on the pogo ball. You both jump on it. Here's an ice cream cone. Now feed it to that kid.
Dude, there's even a scene where there's a mascot in a baseball field on a pogo ball.
He looks scared.
Why do you need it? He's not even jumping 2 feet in the air. He's not even jumping 18 inches in the air.
And he looks like he's trying to get it off of his feet.
It's terrible. It's a terrible commercial.
Yeah, I'm saying that the Pogo Ball commercial itself, bad. Totally Three Musketeers, bad. And I would say the toy itself was a bad toy as well. I did not like the toy. I'm saying that's also fucking, there's nothing nostalgic about the fucking Pogo Ball.
No, I'll agree. I had the damn fucking thing, and none of this is making me want to even try to go get it and try to be on it. You'll break an ankle. Might as well try to get on a hoverboard. At least you'll go somewhere.
Yeah.
The pogo ball, you'll pop it. Don't get the extreme. Don't go flipping discs and stuff. There's no reason for it. There's another commercial in which there's 3 kids wearing pads like they're skateboarding. So they tried to make this a thing, Dan.
Well, thank God they had pads on, because when I look at this commercial, no one's wearing a helmet. They're doing they're doing normal daily activities instead of playing with the toy. Basically, what the toy is saying is like, okay, you just bring this with you, go to the store, eat ice cream, work at a restaurant, play basketball, jazzercise. And I'm pretty sure someone is going to make an exercise around this. Like nowadays, I feel like people are like, oh, we all buy pogo balls, and we're going to start a class where we do squats on the pogo ball.
That's what they were trying to do. With the girls wearing the getting
Yeah.
physical outfits.
Yeah, this is going to be the next, like, CrossFit challenge, like doing a clean and jerk on the Pogo Ball.
I like it. All right.
Oh my God.
This is awful so far. So
Yeah, yeah, I'm already sad.
next one.
I'm thinking let's stay in the activity part and let's get to, maybe we should do skip it.
Sure. I
Yeah.
actually, before we get into this one, I will say I remember this jingle till this day. Probably once every, I don't know, once a year I sing this song for no
What?
fucking reason whatsoever. No, I don't
This
know why. The very best thing of all, there's a counter on the ball. So try to beat your
your
very best
very best
score.
score.
You could jump a whole lot more now. Skip it,
Skip it.
skip it.
Skip it. Oh God, that was like, and I used to see this on TV like all the time. And I've tried skip it. I didn't have one. Here's like a children's toy invented by Avi Avrid, Maggie Harvey, and Mel Kennedy, and manufactured by Tiger Electronics. The skip it apparatus was designed to be affixed to the child's ankle via a small plastic hoop and spun around in a 360-degree rotation while continuously skipped by the user. Time Magazine included in their 100 greatest toys ever. Wow. It was based on the 1960s toy Lemon Twist, which featured a lemon-shaped weight, which was spun around the ankle. That sounds even worse. A weight?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Basically, they need
Wow.
to figure out how to get kids to do jumping jacks, but have
Right.
a good time.
Yeah.
This was a way to trick people into exercising,
Yeah.
which is kind of like the Pogo Ball, but this is so much fun. I don't know, because
This
there's
is,
a
yeah.
counter. It was better,
Uh-huh.
and I would say the only downfall of this toy is the plastic around your ankle. If you were wearing well, back then you had high top socks, but if you
Yeah.
were going anklets, your
Yeah.
ankle was getting shredded by this hard plastic. It was shredded. And it got worse because the ball got so messed up from the concrete.
Oh yeah.
Dude, and I remember like hitting people with it.
Yeah.
Like eventually. You turn this into a freaking weapon. That's what
This is a dangerous toy.
Oh
This
yeah.
is a dangerous toy.
No, it was really dangerous. Yeah, you could pick this thing up and toss it at somebody like, the weapon where the guy's like not Indiana Jones. What was it where he did this? Crocodile Dundee too, when he's spinning the thing above his head and he just tosses it.
Oh
This
yeah.
thing was a freaking weapon, but
Yeah.
awesome because it had a counter. So you made it into a game, and of course you made it into a competition,
Yeah.
and you spent hours skipping it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this. There's an image of it on YouTube. There's a on the bar like the up next videos, and it shows a skip it with a counter that says 55. No one's reaching 55. There's no
No.
way. I couldn't even get this thing around three
I
times.
don't remember if I even like you had to remember to reset it. I'm surprised they don't make a new one because you could definitely make this and put it on a Bluetooth and have it on your iPhone, the counter.
Yeah,
So
and
like
yeah,
you could, and then you could like social media this thing where like you're competing against people that are part of the
oh
Skip It social media app,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
beat your friend's score. The very and you don't even have to be next to them.
No,
You you could socially distance this thing.
you shouldn't be next to anyone when you do this.
No.
No. All right, so you want to watch the commercial?
Sure. Hey now, kids,
All
come
right, right away
gather.
they're running. Okay, so right away I need to pause it in the first 3 seconds because the kids run out of, I guess, a school
Which looks
and
like a house in in
in the Hamptons
Long
somewhere.
Island somewhere. It looks like Cedar
Yeah.
Post Mansion.
Yeah, and then there's a random child using the skip it like they've been doing it. So
She's the one that's at 55.
she's mid skip it. They've all run out of there, and this kid. It looks like this kid has been chained to this thing, and it's like just keep doing it. Oh my God! All right, I'm gonna restart it. Oh my God!
But did you see that they have like two of them jumping?
Yeah, yeah,
You could jump with a friend. You could skip it with a friend, double
yeah.
skip it.
Oh my God!
So right now they're implying that this is a phys ed activity
Yeah.
at recess or after school.
Yeah.
There's a girl who got in trouble and she was told to go skip it. She's been skipping it for hours.
She's been out there skipping it for hours. And now they're doing a slow-mo shot of the skipping, and
Yes.
it is quite amazing because like
I'm amazed at this commercial though. Like I'm kind of mesmerized by it.
dude,
But
these
the
kids are
shot of
killing it.
killing it. Dude, these kids were killing it. I don't know if they only got the good, I mean, obviously they only got the good shots. I don't know what the outtakes would look like kid bleeding.
Okay, this commercial is insane because everyone looks like they put this thing on their ankle and all of a sudden everyone like loses their minds.
Yeah. They're just having a great time. Double jumping. They got people in the background in the playground.
Yeah.
They're on a hot tar. When you fall, your knee goes into the hot tar,
Hot dog.
tar pavement.
I hate, dude, everything about toys in the 90s I feel like was about hurting people. Because like the Pogo Ball you could
Yeah, there was no
like throw
safety
like a
back then.
frisbee and like hurt someone with that thing. And
Fuck
this
yeah.
thing, the skip it, definitely you're not skipping with another person because that thing comes around and it's gonna smack your friend in the leg.
First of all, Dan, there's 3 perfectly laid down skippets next to the
Yeah,
girl who got tortured.
yeah.
What school has this? And if you were lucky enough to have a skip it, would you bring it to school so other people would skip it?
No,
No.
no.
But dude, that thing got destroyed in like minutes. That I remember because it was all plastic, and I think like the rubber was only like in the part that rolled.
Yeah.
It would just get demolished. Everything would be demolished after like a week of use. Like that girl is skipping on broken plastic, like broken, worn down plastic.
She might as well tie a rock to a string and just like whip that around.
Yeah, and the counter isn't working at all anymore.
Okay, now I'm just gonna say they very enthusiastically in the commercial like, and the best thing of it all, there's a counter on this ball. It's just like there was a counter. After the first week, that toy broke. The counter hit a wall. It hit like the thing, like someone threw it, or like that counter. It's not even electronic. When they're saying it's
No,
electronic, it's literally just a counter.
it's an
So
analog counter made of plastic, which if you just hit the reset button, which you could break because you tossed to
it
skip it
just
at someone's sneaker, and then boop, goodbye.
yeah.
Black button that resets it is it's gone. So nobody's remembering what you started. Or where'd you
No.
start? Oh, the number says 789. Okay. What does that mean now? I don't know. I can't count.
Hey, I just skipped it 5 times. How come it only says one? It's like, well, because that thing got air sometimes. Or like if you hit a
Oh
rock
yeah.
or something, it would fly up. So
Yeah.
like it's not actually rolling. So
No.
even if you skipped it a ton of times, you're only getting counted for like maybe half of them because it's not always rolling.
I think we're thinking about that way too much. Like kids don't give a shit. By the way, we started off with we're making the new Skip It. We're making an app. So, by the way, Skip It, if you guys want, here's a new idea. Make
Hey,
it
skip
into
it.
an app. Have a social app where you sign up as a username. Have the counter be on Bluetooth, and everybody competes on how much they could skip it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
if you did have Skip It around you, you'd be able to keep social like 6 feet away because people can't come up to you because you got this stupid thing.
Now imagine you're skipping it, right? You have to skip it, and your friend has a pogo ball, jumping the pogo ball over the skip it. Like this is
That's
monumental.
the ultimate. That's the ultimate collaboration of toy makers.
Yeah,
They're
and
like, we're going to
as
collaborate today with Skip It and Pokemon.
and as they're doing it, one of you're both also competing on Bop It.
Fuck Bop It. That fucking stupid stick game. That fucking
You're jumping up in the thing, right? And you're just
yeah.
like, all right, I jump on the pogo ball, so it's like, bop it. Okay, now I pass it to you with the skip it. And then 500
This game
competition.
harder than it was. Did you have Bop It?
No.
No, I didn't either, but I knew somebody did it. And here's how long people played Bop It. Okay. You'd hear it go, Bop It, and you're done. You're like, what? What was I supposed to do? Oh, you're supposed to bop
Panic
it.
all the time.
Pocket, pull it.
Huh? Like it's like Simon. I would get past the certain level, and then it's like Simon go, okay, here we
Dude, I
go.
loved Simon.
Boop 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 boop, and I was like,
Dude, I fucking love Simon.
yeah,
That's not even in the review today because I wanted to do puzzle games another time. But I'm
yeah,
gonna say I freaking love Simon. Memory games, I love them. Simon was great, except when you got to like whoever gets past like 15 is a genius.
yeah. Simon should just shut down at that point.
That far. Like you just remembered the beep, 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 beep. It's like dialing numbers back then. You remembered like, oh, I could tell what your number was, through the phone.
Yeah.
Dude, Simon was crazy. But Bop It was a fucking terrible Simon.
Yeah.
Fuck, Bop It. No, throw it in the garbage.
All right, so skip it. I'm saying to me, I would say skip it is nostalgic because like it's not super bad, but like it's not.
It was fun.
It's not good now, but it's definitely a
Imagine they made the
nostalgic
commercial where like people walking around would skip it, like the Bop It commercial, the
Pogo Ball.
Pogo Ball commercial.
Oh my God, she's the waitress with the skip it around her. She's just knocking chairs. Trying to feed an ice cream cone to the other kid to skip it.
I have to say the jingle, very nostalgic.
Oh yeah.
One of the catchiest jingles that I remember. And the game itself it's nostalgic. It wouldn't work right now. I mean,
absolutely not.
I don't know. Maybe for kids it would. I don't know.
Again,
Kids,
I think all this right now become exercise things because people love to figure out how to work out with different things, and I feel like this would become some sort of workout.
Yes.
I think that's what would happen. It would be like everyone would buy a skip it and then be like, oh, well, we could do a workout with this thing.
Right. So it passes the nostalgia part.
Well, it is. I would say it remains nostalgic, but that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
The commercial is almost better than the actual.
Well, the commercial is better than the actual toy because it's hilarious.
It's
the
awesome.
Toy is not funny because it just broke.
it's one of the best jingles though ever. Yeah. I still have it in my head.
Oh God. All right. So which one do you want to do next, Manny?
I'm going to go another jingle, which I kind of don't remember, but I remember Lite Brite had some sort of jingle, right? Yeah. And Lite Brite was just ridiculous. Like
I had this thing.
Did you actually do the puzzle? I guess this is kind of a puzzle game. Isn't that a toy? This is an actual project.
Yeah. This is like a spiral.
Your arts and crafting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like coloring, except it's supposed to be fun because of the things. So
yeah, and I had it, but the thing about Lite Brite is if you rip the thing, it's over.
It's over. None of these toys lasted.
And the thing about Lite Brite is like it's construction paper with like a design on it, and then you put lights in it, colored lights, and then But the problem is
coloring by numbers, but with little
plastic pegs.
Colored pegs.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you finish and then you pull that one off, you're not gonna do that one again. It already has the holes in it.
Yeah, not fun. Not challenging at all.
No, the fun part is putting the light thing through the paper.
Satisfaction, that feeling.
Yeah.
Of popping that piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
Getting the color right.
Yeah. And that creepy clown coming out of the design, Yeah. After you do that, it's just like white light coming through it then, and it's just like, and then it's like you do it and it's like, all right, I got to take all the things out now, and that's when you can tear it at that point. So it was a really weird toy, but yeah, well, like watch the commercial now, I guess.
Yeah, let's watch it. First of all, it starts off with a creepy jingle. Light bright, light bright, turn on the magic of colored light. Light bright, make a place to grow at night. Wow. They used a lot of like,
Tailspin.
did they have to pay for the rights of the characters that they
Yeah.
used? Because you got like Mr. Potato Head, you have Mickey,
Wow,
you know?
dude, I that
Are you okay?
you could trick children back then easily. Like you put them in front of a box where light comes out of it. But now we're sitting in front of a box where light comes out of it, and it's a laptop. And it's like the first, the other thing was a box with light coming through it.
We're all attracted to fire. This is all that this is.
All attracted to
Right?
fucking
Human
light
beings are
bulbs.
attracted to light,
Yeah.
and just like moths, and we just stare at it. And Lite Brite, iPads, computers, iPhones are the original Lite Brite.
Like, what is that toy?
It's a coloring book come to light.
I can't believe they sold that thing. I can't believe it. Holy crap.
And I'm sure, give me the facts, Dan, because I'm sure this shit sold like crazy. Like this was probably the top, I would say definitely top 50 toys sold in all of the world.
I mean, if it wasn't, then there was a problem. Okay, here we go. Lite Brite is a toy that was originally marketed in 1967. It consists of a light box with small colored plastic pegs that fit into a panel and illuminate to create a lit picture by either using one of the included templates or creating a free-form image on a blank sheet of black paper. There are 8 peg colors, red, blue, orange, white, green, yellow, pink, and purple. Lite Brite was invented by, Joseph Van Burke, a senior designer at Chicago toy and game design company, Marvin Glass and Associates, which licensed the invention to Hasbro. Lite Brite was named one of the top 100 toys of all time, and is a finalist for the class of 2020 induction to the National Toy Hall of Fame. What? There's a National Toy Hall. Dude, these got to stop with these Hall of Fame things, I swear. Well, it doesn't say
top
how
25 of all time.
It was in the top 100. I don't know where. Let's get this list out. Let's see what this list is.
What's number one?
I want to see it's not telling me the order. It's just saying like 1920s, 1930s.
Oh.
Okay, so in the 1960s, Lite Brite was also nominated, was also in the same list of the 1960s with Etch-a-Sketch, Rock a Stack, Ken, Slip and Slide, Chatter Telephone. First of all, Slip and Slide came out in the 60s. Holy shit. G.I. Joe, Easy Bake Oven, Creepy Crawlers. I remember that.
Yeah.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Creepy crawlers.
Johnny 7, OMA, CNC, Super Ball, Barrel of Monkeys, Radio Control Car, Hot Wheels, Playmobil, Flatsy Doll, Barbie's Dream House. Wow. That was a strong decade for toys.
Strong.
Ken.
I'm going to say.
Ken. Just Ken.
Wow. All right. Lite Brite. Commercial was fun. Creepy jingle. I think Skip It was better.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this toy.
Dude, the commercial looked like it was like a cult. It was like the way it sounds like, Lite Brite, turn on the magic of colored lights. I was like waiting for them to like I was waiting to see like a bunch of like people started to drink Kool-Aid or something. Like it just looked bad news. Like I was like, oh boy, here we go. Like the Lite Brite cult.
Wow.
I don't know. I
don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
It definitely is creative, but I'm not judging the toy, right? I'm not being like this was a great toy. I'm trying to think, is it nostalgic or does it pass the nostalgia test?
I feel like it's nostalgic because I do remember playing with it. I don't remember how often I played with it. I might have been like done after. Lite Brite is kind of to me like just like a like a paint by numbers type of, or color by numbers, or like something you did for a little bit, like a puzzling with your family, and you did it. Oh, this is great. We're doing something together, and then you kind of got over it, and it stayed in the closet collecting dust. Like that's what this is. I would think that you could still use this today. Like this could still
Yeah,
be a thing that people do, right?
yeah.
It's fun. Oh, look, it's light and bright, and it's a pyramid, and it's fun. You put an LED on there so it's not going to burn your hands and melt and go on fire, because I'm
This is
sure it
definitely
did.
a fire hazard.
Yeah, I'm sure
You're
it
putting
did.
paper on a light bulb, basically.
Yeah, yeah. So that happened, right? Because the paper would go through and probably fall in, and you got little bits of paper falling into a 40-watt bulb,
Well, I'm
and
hoping. Yeah, yeah,
gives off heat. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Exactly. I mean,
you looking up like
I'm looking at Lite Brite
discrepancies.
fires. There it is. Dangerous toys from our childhood. Lite Brite. Dude, wait a second. Oh, you can still buy these sheets, dude.
Oh God,
Wow. That's amazing.
you can buy the glow sheets.
Yeah. You can still buy this thing and use it. I'm gonna say like that. I think Lite Brite is nostalgic, but it's like one of those very, very, very nostalgic things. Like it's like you said, you use it, you're like, oh, that was cool, and then that's it. It goes in the closet with like the spirograph thing, like that little disc that you put a pen in and you
Yes.
just go around. It's like, oh, that's crazy, and then you're just like,
That's crazy. And I've just used this 20 different colored pens, and now it just looks black.
where the design I started with is gone. Like it never worked. It never
That
worked. Right?
was such a stupid thing. You just went around with a pen making stars, like multiple stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Mm.
nostalgic. I think it's just
Nostalgic.
nostalgic, Light Bright. I would never use it again. If I saw it in a garage sale, I might be like, "Oh shit, Light Bright," but then I'm just gonna walk past it.
Yep.
Um, it's one of those things that are in garage sales. I feel like that's how Light Bright still happens, and I just can't believe you can still buy these things.
Someone's still
Um,
making sheets. I hope they're making them like flame proof.
oh my
All
God.
right. So are you down with Crossfire?
No, I'm down to go Crossfire
Dude,
because like this
I
thing,
remember before we even get into this commercial, I remember this commercial being crazy.
yeah.
And like I remember it was an intense commercial. And I haven't watched it in a while. And I do remember just like that little, like it wasn't a jingle, but there was like a person who was like Crossfire, Crossfire.
Yeah.
Like that's all I remember.
Yeah, this thing, I remember every Saturday morning when I was watching cartoons, like all of a sudden, Crossfire came, and I was like, "Oh, I want this thing! Like, I wanted this game. I wanted
Did you get it?
Crossfire." I don't think I had Crossfire. Again, I think this was something my cousins had probably.
I had this
I
game.
remember playing it. Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was cool. It was over quick. This is like this is a better Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Oh my God, I was just gonna say. I was talking about the other day. It was like reverse Hungry Hungry Hippos.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because first of all, let's go to Hungry and Bills, because we're never taking that to the test, because that game is fucking terrible. It's not even a game. It's stupid. A wasted time. All you're doing is hitting. There's no skill
It's
involved.
panic.
You're just hitting something, and balls are going everywhere. It's dumb. That is a waste of someone's time.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
but so is Crossfire. But they did it. It was fun.
yeah,
It was cool. You were done with the balls in seconds. If you didn't have any aim, it sucked. The game was terrible, and you're just trying to steal other
yeah,
people. Like
yeah.
you needed like 1,000 more of those metal balls.
Yeah, and weren't there two different shapes, or was it just one thing that you shot at, or is it two?
No, two in which you had to push
Yeah,
against. So I think what it was before we go into that and watching, but I remember recalling that it was two shapes, like kind of ninja stars that had a ball on it, and your job was to shoot a ball at a metal ball at that thing to get it across to the other person's side, kind of like
yeah,
scoring a goal. but you could also use your balls to block the person that was coming your way in the crossfire.
Right. And it's like these heavy ball bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge ball bearings. And you lost all the balls. There
I
was like,
feel like the shapes though, I don't know if they were two different shapes, but it was a weird game. And I just the commercials just sold it, I think, every time. I was like, oh, I want this. And then when I played it, I was like, the thing jammed all the time because all the
oh,
ball bearings are getting shoved in there.
the game ended so quickly because some of it was just a stalemate because you would just lose the balls.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't have any.
Well, you could
They
take
all fell on your rug.
Yeah,
And
oh, right.
if you
Yeah.
had a wooden floor, that's going on the couch somewhere.
Yeah,
And all you're
absolutely.
hearing is rolling metal balls everywhere.
Oh,
So
yeah.
then you had to pause for a little bit. So that happened. And then guess what? You're done with the fucking game.
Yeah.
And you put it away. And it
Yeah.
collects dust with the Lite Brite.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all it was. Let's
Or
watch this.
someone throws it because it's so frustrating.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They pick up the gun that you were using and just like break it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. First off, Mortal Kombat.
It looks like a Mortal Kombat. It literally looks like a Mortal Kombat.
It's sometime in the future. The ultimate challenge. Kids coming in, sliding on those objects, right? Superimposed.
See, this is what I mean. Like,
yeah, there was a triangle and there was a ninja star.
And if you had to shoot the triangle, you always lost because that was the worst shape.
Yeah.
It didn't spin.
It should have been both. To make it fair, it should have been both the same shape.
Wow.
So it was kind of like reverse Hungry Hippos meets knock hockey.
Yes, knock hockey. I had a knock hockey board, and after a while, I realized how stupid that game was. What the fuck was that thing? It's like my dad, I love him, but he bought this knock hockey thing, and he's just like, and we had the sticks, but then he's like, you don't need those sticks. So then I used to play with my thumb and just do these crazy shots. It's like, wah! Or it's like squeeze it off the little square ball. Like there's like a square.
Yeah.
And then you put the puck against it. And if you just like hold it and squeeze the pressure and it just like flew out that way.
Your dad didn't let you play with sticks. How'd you block the puck from coming into your side?
So you don't block.
You played a whole different game of fucking knock hockey, bro. That's a whole different game. Yeah. That is not knock hockey. I just want to let you know.
No,
we should play knock hockey together because you never played knock hockey.
It sounds terrible.
You played like hand hockey. I don't know what you played. You just made trick shots and tried to get it into the goal.
Yeah, it was like almost like pool. Like everyone had a shot.
Ah, all right.
Yeah,
dude, knock hockey was fun. I think knock hockey was fun. I like knock hockey.
I mean, at some point we did play with the sticks, but what happened was you'd play with the sticks and the shit would just fly up in your face.
Yeah.
I think it was dangerous.
Another thing was like, so this Crossfire is like, it's like air hockey as well.
Yeah,
it's all that. It's kind of all that.
Okay, first of all, why are they kids wearing leather jackets?
Because this is another like imagination of like a fucked up future. They look like they're in Mad Max. Right?
Yes.
They're cheering.
They're like
they're all kids. Maybe they came from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like gang.
Oh my god.
The foot. This is what the foot would play. This is how they would. This is how they would.
In between robbing people,
these guys definitely were in the foot.
Yeah.
Like,
but the funny
that kid looks like he's like ready to tell on Leonardo.
But did that other kid that lost die?
Let's see.
Because he flies away.
There's lightning going on.
Where?
Crossfire. Oh, he just leaves. What happens with him?
I think it's that he lost the battle. But where does he go? Because this is a dystopic arena. So there's some sort of fight happening, and this is how they deal with it. And then does that kid go and die? Like that he lost the crossfire?
He spins away
Yeah.
and like experiences what it's like to have like 9 Gs on your body because he's spinning that fast to the point where we don't even see his body anymore.
Yeah.
He spins
But
away.
for eternity, he gets those like ball bearings shot at him now.
Yeah. Crossfire. There's flames,
Yeah.
lightning.
It wasn't that intense. See, they oversold it because when you actually played it, you're like, oh my God, I just like so tired. I got to keep hitting this trigger. And it's like,
Your
"Do,
finger
do,
hurt.
do, 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 do." And it's like,
Right. You had to play like to make this game exciting, you have to have music in the background. The
yeah,
game is terrible.
and
Like
it's
silently, it's a terrible game.
yeah, because all
Again,
you hear is like, you hear that, and all you, and it's just, and the stakes weren't high enough. It's like, oh, okay, so you scored. And this is like, oh shit, if I don't win, I might die. Like, and
yeah,
the stakes of this commercial are death. This is like Lord of the Flies shit.
the game is not as good as the commercial.
No, the
I
commercial
love
is,
the commercial.
oh,
I gotta say,
that
it's
commercial
freaking.
is
It was
amazing.
so cheesy, badly produced because like the quality is so terrible. Like it literally looks like we're watching Mortal Kombat. That's how like bad
Yeah,
the graphics are.
yeah.
And yeah,
I can't I remember it so vividly all the time because it was so like insane. And I remember being like, oh, this has got to be so fun when you play it. And then it wasn't.
this
Like,
kid is
it just
like
wasn't.
pumping. He's like pumping the trigger. You know, if he did that, the game would fall apart because he'd be shaking the game. And then if you were that kid, I'd be fucking mad at you. Like, dude, you're moving the fucking game. You're shaking the game.
That's right. See, but that was the thing. That's another thing another thing about this game that I remember, that if you like the other person would like move the board, and because they moved the board, it would like move their thing towards your goal. And then all
Yeah,
of a sudden it's like, yo, you're pushing the game board. That's all I remember. Because it's freaking annoying. So if you
this
think of
game
yeah,
is trash. This
yeah,
game.
it's trash.
And
It's
is
like
it? I
Crossfire is a
guess
board
is it a
game.
game or a toy?
So according to Wikipedia, Crossfire is a board game created by the Milton Bradley Company in 1971. The object of the game is to score goals by pushing one of two pucks into the opposing player's goal. This task is accomplished by shooting small metal ball bearings at the pucks using the attached guns. Dude, reading the description is just so crazy. The earliest version of the game featured a flat board, whereas the new board is dome-shaped. This causes the ball bearings to roll into the player's bins more easily, but can cause the pucks to indefinitely rest at the edges of the board. And I remember that, where like if you shot it into the corner, it was over because the
Oh,
thing would
that's the
never
second
move.
version of it.
Yeah, the dome. It was
Yeah, I
the
never
dome.
had that. I had the other one where like it was flat and it was terrible.
So they're saying two players, the setup time is 2 minutes, and the playing time was 5 minutes.
5.
I mean, I don't know where they got that five because, like,
Guess if you were really good.
yeah, if you had good aim and you were shooting ball bearings at the pucks that like got it into that never happened. People got frustrated before that even happened.
Yeah, I don't believe that. But considered a board game, might have not have been, should have maybe not have been on this list, but I was into it because of the Crossfire.
Oh, the commercial's amazing. So I mean, how do we do this one? I'm trying to figure.
I
Like
don't know.
I don't
I
know if we
think this.
lost
I
our.
think I'm upset that we tested it because like I like this game. Even though I knew I had it, I don't remember playing it until us talking about it right now. And it's a terrible game.
Yeah,
This is like Monopoly or the game of life. Like, who the fuck wants to play the game of life? Do you like the game of life?
no, it was too confusing.
Dude, it's too confusing. And I already play the game of life.
Yeah, I live
So
it.
why the fuck do I want to waste time playing? Oh, I become an actor who buys a house on the sea and the hurricane takes it away. Like, what the fuck? Like, terrible game.
So I feel like Crossfire, the commercial was amazing. But if we're thinking about the toy itself and we're using the commercials to kind of understand these toys, I'm gonna say that Crossfire was just bad because I remember playing it and I didn't enjoy it, and I don't.
Crossfire.
Yeah, and I don't think I would enjoy it now. I don't even think I would want to play it nostalgically because I'd be like, I don't know. I'm like, this game sucked. I would play Life nostalgically, possibly, because like it's a board game that's like more involved. Where this is a board game, but it's not really a board game. It's a toy at the same time because it's got a gun and you're shooting things at something. So I feel like there's like a real hybrid situation here that they didn't figure out really well, and it just like didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Is it a board game because there's a board? I don't. And you're going against each other. Would you call knock hockey a board game? Would you call air hockey a board game?
Yeah,
Would you
maybe it's
call
a
foosball a
tabletop.
board game? I'm not really sure why the fuck you call this thing a board game. I think it's two toys. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Is that a board game? Like, but it really is Hungry Hungry Hippos. Like,
Yeah,
no, you're bored as shit afterwards. Maybe that's why it's a board game. You're like, your interest is over and you have no skill. Maybe Crossfire had a better skill than Hungry Hungry Hippos because like Hungry Hungry Hippos only you had one job and it was to beat that plastic knob to open the fucking to open that was a funny gesture to open the mouth and grab as many balls as possible. And it's like, wow, everything I just said, hitting a knob, grabbing as many balls as possible, great. I think you should edit this out.
I am not editing that.
But anyways, it's a terrible game. It's a terrible
Yeah,
toy.
yeah, I'm putting bad.
Commercial is much better than everything about it.
Yeah,
So
that was. So
if
are
we're
you?
judging the commercial, I'm saying it's a very great nostalgia commercial. Judging the game, I don't even think it passes the nostalgia test. It's stupid. I wouldn't even. No,
So are
it's
we
just stupid.
putting bad or nostalgia? I mean, I put bad. I'm like, I don't want to ever hear about Crossfire ever again.
No, I'm down. I'm out.
Okay,
Goodbye.
so yeah,
Bad. That's
Crossfire.
like
You're gonna be.
that's
We're gonna
like
put.
take off your pants and jacket. Bad.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna
like Three
put you.
Musketeers. Bad.
Yeah, we're gonna put you the game itself on like one of its own ninja stars, spin it into a dystopic space
Yeah,
of like and die. That kid died in that commercial. I'm 100% convinced that that kid's dead.
died. He's dead. All
Um,
right. So
whew,
do we
we're
want to
moving
save?
through
Do we
these.
want to do My Buddy? So My Buddy was actually sold or advertised with Kid Sister.
Yeah, it was. So we watching the My Buddy Kid Sister commercial, that one from
Yes, we're
1985.
watching.
Okay.
Yeah, we're watching. Wait, do you want? I see that there's actually just a My Buddy one, but like when you search that, the My Buddy and Kid Sister come up. So I guess we could
Yeah, I
do
mean,
both. I had
yeah,
both. I mean,
okay.
my twin sister had Kid Sister, and I had My Buddy.
Yeah.
So
My
let's do
brother
it.
had My Buddy. We had a My Buddy. So, oh
Let's
my
do the
gosh.
commercial. This I remember.
Okay.
The
Did your commercial have the fire hydrant attacking the dog?
Yeah,
Love
yeah, I
it.
saw it. Yeah, that was great, and it was on a post today I saw on Instagram. That was always a great intro to commercials.
Yeah.
So right away, I remember this jingle. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. Wherever I go, he goes. Oh, it's great.
Okay, I am mesmerized by these things. They look possessed, but
Well, hence why Chucky was made, right? So
yes,
like
and it's dressed just like My Buddy.
I know, I mean, Chucky was based on My Buddy, I'm sure.
It had to
Uh,
have been. So
because he looks possessed. The the the, the doll's terrible looking.
it's scary.
The great thing about it is the commercial.
Yeah,
My buddy, my buddy.
wherever I
Wherever
go,
I go,
he
he
goes. Yeah, it's really
my
interesting. Oh,
buddy
there you
and
go.
me.
My Buddy is one of several dolls said to be in the inspiration for Chucky, the evil doll from Child's Play. Dude, this thing is crazy looking. And the thing is, I get what it is. Like, I understand My Buddy. I think the jingle was great. I think like it's an interesting understanding of a toy. I mean, I don't see anything different than like I mean, it's a doll, right?
It's
And
a
I think
doll.
what's cool is that actually what's interesting is that they is marketing a doll for boys. Like there weren't a lot of dolls for boys. Like it wasn't like you had GI Joes, you had Ninja Turtles. You know, you didn't have like a doll, and this was like a doll for boys.
Yeah,
So I
that
thought
and
that was kind of
Teddy Rush. Wasn't it
the bear with
Teddy
the tape
the
you fit in
bear?
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but this guy you can like carry around and play pretend with and stuff.
yeah,
So this is for really younger age boys.
yeah,
That was different than a action figure. Yeah, that's
yeah,
interesting. I didn't even think about it that way.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but obviously, Kid Sister can only do a few things. She could run around, she could drink tea, and then sit there. Like, you know, the idea, Kid Sister's wearing a baseball cap. Why can't she do other things? You know, like they put her in like a baseball cap and overalls, and she has to sit in a chair and drink tea, while like the boys are like running around there in like a playhouse, and it's like my buddy, and they're throwing them around.
dude. But this is like every kid is wearing the same outfit as the doll.
They are. It's
You
crazy.
know,
It's like are those kids that become my buddy. Like this is how they make new my buddies and my kid sister. Like they
yeah.
take they take the kids, they model the kids after the dolls, and then they like put them underneath the like I don't know, like a laser, and then it's like like you know they become the dolls.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's such bad quality. Like the plastic on it, the way it looks. Like, I mean, dolls nowadays are
Oh yeah,
like American Doll is
Jesus.
like it's crazy.
Yeah,
The amount of money that goes into toys and kid
yeah,
toys. I always said like I wish I was a toy inventor because those guys like imagine how many items of your product get sold. Like just think about My Buddy. How many My Buddies were sold?
out of hand. How
You
many
know.
of my buddies are sold? I mean, we had one, and then when we sold it, see, my dad loved garage sales, so whenever we wanted other things, he said we had to sell our old stuff. So,
Like
so
how would this differ from like a Cabbage Patch doll?
well, like Cabbage Patch is a baby,
Okay.
like and like this is more like you know a kid you could play with, like he's like a friend, like Calvin and Hobbes, who's not a tiger.
Yes. Okay.
But I mean, my dad made us sell my buddy, and not made us, but like we sold my buddy, and in order to sell, in order to
Dad
sell,
tortured you one day and was like, "Yeah, we're gonna sell you. You gotta go knock on everybody's door and sell your My Buddy."
yeah, we had a garage sale, and I guess we were like trying to make money. And he's like, "Oh, you don't play with this anymore. We'll sell my buddy." And in order to sell my buddy, he put a sign on it that says like, "I need a home."
Oh my god! He sold it like a puppy or something, like it was real.
Yeah, yeah, it's so weird. We sold a lot of toys like that. We had the original Batmobile, like
Oh my
the
god!
old version. Sold that
Yeah,
in a garage sale for like $1.
I remember selling my first time we ever had a garage sale. Bobby brought the Nintendo, regular original Nintendo with Top Gun
Yeah,
was in it. It sold pretty quickly. People really wanted it, but I just remember that was one of the first things, and we were like, "Wow, you could sell things like this!" Like people were dying for
yeah.
it, and now it's like
I sold my
done with
Nintendo for
those.
like $120, $150
Yeah, that's what he
with all the
sold it
games.
for. It was crazy.
Yeah,
It was
so I could
like,
buy Super Nintendo. So like I sold Nintendo and bought the Super Nintendo with that money. But the
yeah,
thing
that
was,
was
the people came back with the Nintendo, being like, "Oh, the games don't work." I'm like, I'll show you how they work. Watch." You gotta, you know, blow in the game, but you don't blow in it first. You gotta go, you know, little heat on the game. Then you put it in, you hold it down, you hold the reset button, and then oh, see,
you had to plug it in and show them the way
yeah.
your Nintendo worked.
Oh, everyone's
Wow.
Nintendo worked a very specific way.
Oh, of course. That's why
Yeah,
you had to first have the guy who,
yeah.
it was his house, so he tries, and if he doesn't get it, like, and you were
Everyone
the one
tries their
that
own.
got it,
Yeah.
if you were the one that got it, you got to play first.
Did you ever do
Like,
that stupid thing where like you take the rubbing alcohol and you clean the inside
yes.
of the can?
Oh, I bought that stupid fucking thing.
Don't
Where you
do
just
that.
it ruins games.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
terrible.
with a Q-tip, rubbing the game with the freaking rubbing alcohol.
I
It's
used to
like,
lick
oh,
it. I used to
cleaning it.
blow into it so hard. We used to like You have to like press the spring up and down a couple
Yeah,
times. I put cardboard in there,
yeah, yeah.
forks.
You like had
It
to
was crazy.
modify your own Nintendo. But yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna say my buddy's nostalgic, and the reason is because it's a doll. It's a well done commercial. I feel like the toy itself, it was actually exactly what it was supposed to be. A doll that you used that like was your friend. It became an imaginary friend basically, and it did that. Crossfire didn't do shit. Pogo Ball was garbage. Skip It was very like nostalgic itself. I think that did exactly what it was supposed to do, and so did Lite Brite. And I think my buddy is the same as Lite Brite and Skip It. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Would it be something that people could do now? I don't know. There are too many things now where like the idea of using your imagination just doesn't transfer, I think.
I think it would work as long as the doll looked better. Now it's like back then you just accepted that it like now everything's got to look too real.
Yeah.
Like that just that I mean that doll looks creepy,
Yeah.
but like not it's not it's a doll. Like now like I said like American Doll like those things I'm like you guys are just trying to make them look like real babies like but yeah, I agree that like first of all, I think the jingle works. So far
Yeah.
the best jingles, the best commercials have given like the best toys.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely down with the nostalgia of this.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it could
absolutely.
work. I mean, you could have a doll now.
Yeah.
I mean, not, I mean, whatever. There's probably men with dolls, but kids right now, dolls may work. Like younger, I don't know what age it would stop because now you got Nintendo and
Yeah.
iPads everywhere and stuff. But it's nice to see if like people, kids could be creative and imaginations could flow with
Yeah.
a physical doll.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
I'm
nostalgic.
cool with it. Yes,
Yeah.
nostalgic. All right.
And here we are.
The
We come
last
to the
one.
last one, which I mean, one of the greatest commercials in my opinion.
So again with the question, did you have this?
I did not have this. This is another thing that I believe one of my cousins had.
Your
It was
cousins had everything.
I had some cousins that had a lot of toys because
I
I
did
mean,
not have this.
you didn't have this.
Or if I did, I don't remember having this.
This thing was awesome.
I mean, the commercial I remember being phenomenal. The jingle is unforgettable.
Dude,
And I don't know
seriously.
if I had the damn toy because I want the toy.
Oh,
It's unnecessary of what happens with this toy.
oh,
But I want the toy.
it really is. Like it's so funny how like the thing talking about the toy truck, the animal, and and it is one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen. It's literally a truck. I guess it's like a radio, like a remote control truck. Um,
No,
is
I
it
don't
or
know
it
if it
just
is.
goes?
I thought it just went. I don't remember it being remote control. I think it just goes, and then when it feels like it like contracts the
Oh,
claws. But I'm not
yes.
sure. I don't think it's a remote control. What's the stats on this thing?
I'm trying to find.
Nothing can stop the animal.
So you want to watch the commercial?
Yeah, let's do it. I
I can't
love this
find
commercial.
any
This
stats.
jingle is phenomenal. Nothing can
Yeah.
stop the animal.
All right, here we
The
go.
animal. Yes. Right away.
Yeah, you're
Kids.
right. There's no control. They just let it go.
No, they're just racing each other. When the going gets tough.
Oh, these kids are
Animal.
excited.
The animal.
The
Nothing
animal.
can stop. The
The dog
animal. Yes.
clawing its way to the top.
Dude, like,
Okay.
where are they
All right.
going
Wow. That okay. There's a lot to
with
discuss
this?
about this commercial. Like, where are these kids? What kind of yard do they have? What kind of
There's a
setup?
bird.
There's like a cockatoo. Like, but here's the thing about this commercial. Unlike a lot of these other things, it just goes, this is what it does. It doesn't make
This is
it,
what it is.
yeah, you let it go and it goes. And then sometimes these claws come out and then sometimes they don't.
But what triggered the claws?
I think when it got hard to go to go over the rock, or
When it got
like
hard,
it tried to go over a rock and it couldn't, and the claw came out like
this guy says, I had this as a kid. It never worked as good as the commercial, though. Maybe I just made the climbs too difficult. No, you didn't make the climbs too
Dude, make the
difficult.
climbs
First
too
of all, who
difficult.
has
Did you
those
see
little
those
steps that
climbs?
look like little pyramid steps?
Yeah, it looked like it was
Like,
going up like an Aztec pyramid. Like I was just
and
like,
did you notice that it went over a flooded Bigfoot? Like there was a Bigfoot truck in the river.
yeah, it was like, fuck you, Bigfoot.
I had the Bigfoot. I
Yeah.
had
Oh,
Bigfoot.
you did? Oh, what an
Yeah.
iconic truck. Everyone
But
loved Bigfoot.
dude, I think it is a Bigfoot that it's crawling
It's
over.
got to be, right? Wait, I gotta go back and look at it. This commercial fascinates me because it just doesn't. Oh my God, it has to
It's,
be,
it's
right?
Bigfoot.
So here
It's
it goes
gotta be.
again. These kids are
That
excited.
they're excited.
Yeah, dude, I'm pausing on it. It looks like a Bigfoot truck. It has to be.
It's a Bigfoot truck. They were playing. They were they were shooting shade.
Yeah, they're just shaming Bigfoot, and these kids are loving it. The best part is like all you do as the person with the toy is do what they said. You just let it go. That's it, and you get excited, and
Watch
then
it.
here it comes.
You just
The
watch it race.
animal, the animal. Can anything stop the animal?
It's a big, powerful 4x4.
Look at that thing, and there are three different types of them.
Yeah, and they're each sold separately.
Where are these kids? Like, where are they? Oh
Yeah,
my
I don't
God.
know.
That's amazing. I forget how great that toy commercial is because everything that they did in that commercial was just unbelievable. And that toy, they're right. That toy never worked that way. That toy never worked that way. I never remember it going over any of those things that easy. It was just kind of like, we're gonna get there, and then it would get to like an obstacle, and just kind of just the things would never come out.
And it was loud.
Yeah, it
It was
was loud.
squeaky.
Yeah, it was. Oh, here we go again, the animal,
Dude,
dude.
I'm watching a test of it
Yeah,
on YouTube.
yeah.
This is a terrible toy. It's so loud.
Okay, wait. Wait a second. If you go back in the commercial, when it, when you go back in the commercial, about like let's say 15 seconds into it, right, or 14 seconds in or whatever, when it goes over the Bigfoot truck, right? If
Yeah.
you really look at it, it gets stuck when it
Telling
goes,
you.
dude. When it goes over it, it then falls and it goes backwards.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
It does. It goes
This
backwards.
thing is ready to fall.
Dude, this is like the animal. It's like, all right, over that truck. Yeah, whoops.
Whoop. Cut. This is great editing. They did a great job editing.
Yeah, so they cut when it fell. It's like, all right, yeah, cut to bird. Cut to the bird.
Cut to bird.
Wah. And then it's just like,
First of all, that much water would destroy that truck.
get in the mechanisms. It's just
There would be battery acid everywhere.
dude, I love that this was the idea. It was just like, all right, we're gonna put claws in this thing, and here it goes over the truck, and then whoops, it just stays there. Oh my
Did you
God.
need to watch when you have a second? Watch the testing of it,
Yeah.
and it sounds like a terrible toy. Like the claws sometimes get stuck, and they're just so there's just a Jeep that's just like up and down, up and down. Like this, it's not a smooth ride at all.
Oh my God.
Oh, terrible.
Because I'm
Didn't
pretty
you
sure
say
this.
someone got killed or
I
somebody
thought
got
I
hurt?
heard that someone said that this thing was super dangerous, and it actually hurt a kid or killed a kid. But yeah, I can't find anything on it. I guess this has been erased from history. Oh my God, where's the test of it?
There's a YouTube video of it that's called 1984, the Animal 4x4 Monster Truck Test.
I love the name of the animal. Okay, I gotta watch this.
Oh, it's terrible sounding.
Oh my God. Oh, so it's supposed to climb? All right, let's see if it climb. All right, here we go. The claws aren't coming out. Oh, here they are.
Oh, there it goes.
It's really struggling.
It's struggling. The battery looks like it's dying in 5 seconds. Look, only one side. It's only working on one side.
It doesn't go back in. It doesn't go back in. I think that's what was wrong with my cut. Like the one that it was broken.
Oh, and then you got to go pick it up.
Yeah, because it only goes in one direction. Oh my god, dude, this toy is trash. What were they trying to sell us when we were kids?
Anything.
They're like, yeah, put claws in this. Now there is a new version of this called the claw, where the wheels come apart. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, look it up. It's called hold on a second. Yeah, it's called the Claw Toy Truck Commercial. Here it is. So the Claw. And this thing, same thing. It doesn't. Are you watching this?
I'm what? Wait.
Reaction traction. It's the same thing, but they got rid of the claws and just had the wheels come apart.
1991 commercial?
Yeah. And they just had the wheels come apart.
The Claw.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
The guy is talking. Reaction traction.
Do you see that?
It's the same fucking truck.
Yeah, but I think because the claws themselves on the animal, I do believe it was something that did hurt some kids, so they had to like rethink it.
Stop it. So it's the same company because it's the same announcer.
Yeah. But the same thing. You just press a button, it goes forward.
The claw fights back. Reaction traction.
Yeah, it's so
challenge
stupid.
The claw.
I am gonna say this though for the animal.
But I'll have to say, what'd you say?
I feel like I'm gonna have to say for the animal because it's just nostalgic. It is so nostalgic because it's so enjoyably hilarious. I don't know. I'm voting nostalgic because of its joy that it brings me when I see it. I don't know.
I'm saying I'm gonna agree, and I think I'm only doing it because I love the commercial. Like the claw looks like a better toy all around.
Well,
but nothing catchy about that commercial.
No, and definitely the animal definitely throwing shade at Bigfoot and climbing over Bigfoot's body,
amazing.
Basically, but then getting stuck in that little puddle. Oh my God!
All right,
Manny. Once again, we've done it again. We've done it again.
Header.
Yeah, and
odd recording.
And it's been quite a journey. We're going to put all this in the show notes. Let us know what you think on these toys. You know, join the mailing list, suggest a test, and, you know, follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
It could be anything. Toys, board games, food, drinks, soft drinks.
But get
your list going.
Yeah, follow us, you know, subscribe to the podcast, you know.
Game shows.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll see you at the next test, Manny. Good night.
Nothing can stop.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.